Next I'll show you just a few more miscellaneous and helpful tips in AutoCAD. The first one would be dividing an object, whether it be a line or a circle. Let me draw a line and a circle. Okay, so before we use the divide command, we're going to go in our Home tab all the way over to Utilities in the drop-down menu and change our point style so we can see it. We're going to choose this crosshairs with the circle one and leave these settings the same and hit OK. Next we type in the divide command, so div, that's good enough, and hit enter. And then we select the object we want to divide into equal segments. And now it just wants to know how many segments it should be divided into. I'll just say 5. And now we've got 4 marks that are equally spaced out. This line is divided into 5 segments. So same thing with this circle. Select it, and how many segments? 5. So these are all equally spread apart, and you didn't have to do any of that measuring or any of that math. So that is hidden underneath the rectangle tab, so you have to hit the drop down menu to hit Polygon. You want to tell AutoCAD how many sides you want the polygon to have before you make any clicks. So I'll say 8. I want it to be an octagon. And I hit enter, and then we specify the center of the polygon, so I just click. And it's wanting us to choose described a round circle. And then it wants us to specify the radius of that circle. We can have it be 6 inches. So now, instead of a circle, we've got a polygon with 8 equal sides, and the radius of this entire thing is 6 inches. Command. So let's say that this is a room and we want this room to be a little bit longer this way, but we don't want to have to, you know, do a bunch of moving and selecting and creating new lines. We can just use the stretch command. So for that, we're going to want to, you can either type in stretch, or up in the modify tab there is a stretch icon. I'm just going to continue to type stretch, and then it wants to know what objects we're going to stretch. So I'm not stretching every object in this room. I only want to stretch these 2 lines, these 2 lines, and these 2 lines, so that the length of the room gets bigger. So I'm going to use a crossing window to select all those and hit enter. And then to specify my base point where it's going to start stretching, I'll select one of these corners, and then as I move my cursor down, I can make it bigger or smaller to what I want, and that is stretch. Is scale. So let's say we have an object, in this case it's a circle. Looks like the radius is 3.7. I want that to be much bigger, so I can scale it. I can either type in the word scale, or up here in the modify tab there is a scale button. It doesn't have words next to it, but it is this box with a little box inside of it. And then you'll want to select your object, hit enter, and you'll want to select your base point from where it's going to start scaling. I'm going to just click the center of the circle, and then as I drag my mouse, I can scale it up or down, or I can type in a number and have it scale to that factor. So I'm going to type in 50. Okay, and that made it 50 times bigger. And that is